Hello, hello, hello. I hope everyone can hear me. Welcome to Real Talk with Nova. Am I live? I hate when this happens. Oh yeah, I'm live because I can actually see the live sign now. I'm actually new to using this platform, so bear with me as I'm still getting used to it. I am a new YouTuber, streamer, or whatever you want to call it, so I'm still learning a lot of the ropes. So today I thought I'd get to know my subscribers because I am at, I believe, 1,500 subscribers, or I should say family members, because you're part of my family now. Well, my virtual family, I should say. So I thought it would be nice to get to know some of you and to know where you are in the world. I do go on to something called YouTube Studio that actually shows my analytics, and it shows me where the majority of you are from. And so I know where some of you are from, but not necessarily the actual regions or the cities that you may be from. So I thought that would be cool. And then I wanted to also know what's going on where you are in the world, like what's mostly the news out there where you live. Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. So for me, there's been a lot about the Super Bowl, Trump, Nicki Minaj, Megan, and yeah, those sorts of things. But mostly divisions between different races and things like that. Yeah, so that's mostly what's been going on my side of the world. If you don't know by my accent, I'm actually from the UK. So that's where I'm from. But I can see I've got a few people online. So I'd love for you to say hi. Don't be shy. It's fine. Yeah, so that's literally what's been going on in my side of the world. So anyway, the Super Bowl. I was quite shocked to see Jay-Z there because a lot of the news reports said that the NFL had stopped following him on Instagram, and I did go and check that out, and I couldn't actually see them following him. And you know, with everything to do with the Epstein files and what's being alleged, especially by people like Nicki Minaj and things like that, you know, children being eaten and stolen and things like that, allegedly. Oh, before I go even any further, I do not want to get sued. So all things are alleged. I don't want no one coming for me or taking me away because I'm just reporting on things I've either seen or heard, and some of them are my opinions. Yeah, so I was shocked to see Jay-Z there. He came along with his daughters, Blue Ivy, who looks very much like her mum, and also she and Rumi. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, so you know, they were happy to be there. Um Blue Ivy looks like Beyonce, and Rumi looks more of a cross between both of them. So yeah, I was shocked to see Jay-Z there, and he strolled in like nothing's happened, or all these sorts of problems and issues aren't going on in the world, especially concerning him. I didn't quite, I haven't heard anything in terms of him releasing any statements about the Epstein files. But what's quite interesting is Trump's in them, and a lot of people aren't making up as much noise as they are about people like Jay and Pusha T. I think our community, the Black community, is kind of divided. Some are really horrified, and I wouldn't know. I shouldn't say divide. I mean divided is in terms of their opinions. Some are for this sort of thing where, oh, trying to tear a black man down because he's a billionaire allegedly, and then others are just like, you know what, he needs to go to prison, or he needs to just step away from the public eye. He needs to defend himself. And I thought that as well, but I did go on ChatGPT and I did ask, why wouldn't Jay-Z release a statement or defend himself? And ChatGPT said that, you know, a lot of the famous people don't, because you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You can actually end up spending much more money if you do. So that may be some of the reasons why he hasn't. And also, if he comes out and says anything, it creates more of a fuss about the situation. But the allegations are very damning, and he did have the allegation with Sean Puffy Combs, and you know, he ended up maybe winning in the end. So yeah, but that's up to him. I know if that was related to me, I'd fucking say, oops, I'd say something. Yeah, I'd have to say something. I wouldn't be able to just stay quiet. Yeah, so I did not watch all of the Super Bowl. I'm not really an American football fan. Um, all I did was go online to watch this guy, Bad Bunny. Here he is, gyrating start. I've never heard of Bad Bunny before. I don't know any of his songs, although, yeah, I don't know any of his songs, but I did watch his performance, and I thought it was a very, very, very good performance. I couldn't understand what he said because he's Latino, um, and he was speaking it in Latino. I should say singing in Latino, but I couldn't understand a word, or Spanish. I couldn't understand a word he was saying. So I thought the whole setup of him being in the grass and everything like that, it was incredible. It was nothing that I've ever seen before, like coming live. The dancers were amazing. He's a very, very good dancer. I was impressed. I could see like that he had a lot of emotion, like he's actually made it. I saw a few famous faces such as Ricky Martin. I saw Cardi dancing. I saw a few other famous people, but I can't remember all of the people I saw. But yeah, he's getting a he's getting a lot of backlash right now because he didn't sing in English. And obviously, there's a lot of racial tensions going on in America at the moment. And Trump, Trump wasn't pleased with the performance. That's one thing Trump's going to do. Trump's going to speak his mind. He wasn't impressed with the performance at all, which is nothing new. He never really is. And a lot of the people that attended the Super Bowl weren't happy at all. But I'm thinking, because he's from the Americas, that this might be, excuse me, this might be one of the most viewed NFL Super Bowls ever. So we're going to see about that. I saw a Jamaican flag. Jamaica, 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 Jamaica. All right, my family, my background is Jamaican. Oh God, that was a terrible My family's background is Jamaican. I can't do the accent. So I saw him representing the Jamaicans and other smaller Caribbean islands, which was incredible. But yeah, it was strange seeing like a lot of negativity from Black people, only because you have to think about when you maybe watched MTV and you saw your artist for the first time, or they made the step into like worldwide, like the worldwide platform, and you're seeing them and you're like, yes, 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 and you're dancing around and things like that. So I can only say, like, so if, for example, an artist from Jamaica came and was at the Super Bowl, maybe people wouldn't necessarily understand him, but the Jamaicans would be proud, the Caribbean islands would be proud, so many of us would be happy. So I can't understand why some Black people are complaining about it. Like, in the beginning, we all had different languages, so English wasn't always our first language. So I think sometimes you have to remember that. Um, but yeah, well done to him. But yeah, I'm thinking next time. I'm thinking, who would I like to see? I did see Chris Brown said they needed to hire him, and Chris Brown would be good. Chris Brown's got a lot of songs, but he shouldn't be begging. And I don't know if they're ready to put. I don't know if they'd do that. I really don't know, because Chris Brown continues being a bad boy. But yeah, I've got I've got a comment. Someone says here, I did not like the performance. I did not watch it. I hope not. The most viewed that community will ever. Anyway, if you didn't watch it, why? How can you say you did not like the performance? Could you let me know? In fact, why don't you come up and talk about it? I'm gonna see if I can. I can put the link in the chat. Let's do this. Okay, so you're more than welcome to come up. Okay, they will not allow him to perform because Jay-Z don't like him. I'm presuming you mean Chris Brown. I haven't heard that one before. Let me just Google that. Jay-Z does not like Chris Brown. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and I do see that it says Chris Brown says, I don't really have a relationship with Jay-Z. And I'm sad that two Black men like us can't come together. Everyone I've been around, Jay-Z and sat around him, he's always been cool and he's not like showing any hate. Okay, Chris Brown says he doesn't show any hate, but he just says that he doesn't have a relationship with him. Maybe the only other thing I can think of is because he hurt Rihanna, and obviously Rihanna's a part of Life Nation, and that's Jay's kind of thing. That's the only thing I can think of. Maybe he's quite protective. He sees Rihanna as a daughter. Maybe that's all I can think of. Really, why they may not have a relationship. But yeah, my voice. It's need a bit of water, I think. Anyway, next up, we have Cardi. Oh dear, Cardi. Cardi B. Cardi B. Wow. So, Cardi B allegedly spent 1.2 mil on a party for her baby father. Yeah. And she did not go to the party. And he didn't go to the party. And you know why? He decided that he would bring one of the women, because Offset has had a lot of women. He decided he would bring Offset's ting, his side chick, who was allegedly pregnant for him while he was married to Cardi B, and she came with his family. That's a madness. That is a madness. That's almost like a setup thing. Like, that's almost as though he doesn't love her. Like, well, he can't do. Like, he's had how many babies now whilst he's been with Cardi B? And that's humiliating. Cardi B is a superstar, and he's like sidelined her as just like another side piece. So that's quite crazy. To me, Stefan, in my opinion, he's not even all of that, to be fair. Like, a lot of these women are going for him is because he's got his money. At least with Cardi, he knows that she's not using him. Yeah. And they've got a son together, and he'd disrespect her like that. I'm not saying, yeah, that's wrong. He also gave his baby mother, one of his baby mothers, front row seats at the Super Bowl, which, Cardi must have known he's got children, so she can't really say anything to that. Sorry, I'm just having a drink of water. By the way, feel free to come up if you want to talk too. Where was I? Yeah, Cardi B. And she's also still married to Offset. I think I'm going to do more of an in-depth video about this tomorrow. I did have some other clips and bits and bobs that I did want to share, but it didn't upload. So, there I go, going spoiling it. I pressed the wrong button. So I will do more of a deep dive about this tomorrow, but that's wrong. Stefan's horrible. All they are doing, and this is not to be judgmental, all they're doing is making broken homes. Cardi B has Billy 4 children. Stefan has so many children, it's unbelievable. And I don't think Cardi B's son will be his last child. Do I feel sorry for her? In a way I do, because she was very badly hurt by Offset. She was humiliated by Offset. But going for another sort of player and having a baby with them so quickly is crazy. I also think that she didn't get to know him well enough. Maybe if she had got to know him better, she may have seen the kind of person he is. But I mean, she spent money on him, and I'm sure he's spent on her too. But it's like he's like he's putting her in a place like, you know, you're not a superstar like that, you know. So I thought that was horrible. I really do. Is there anything else anyone wants to talk about while I'm online? Oh, and did you see what 50 Cent put up on his Instagram? He put up, can you imagine waking up this morning and you done lost this bitch? And the Super Bowl we captioned. Why is he calling her a bitch? Like, what's she ever done to him? Do you think that Cardi B will get back with Stefan? Does anyone think that Cardi B will get back with Stefan? I think she will. I think she will. She shouldn't, but I think she will. But yeah, I don't understand why 50 Cent is trolling Cardi B. I can't think what. Okay, Carly thinks not. Yeah, Carly thinks she will go back with him. Yeah, I think she will too. So yeah, it's all over the news, and I'd be pissed off. But I'm telling you, if I threw a 1.2 million pound party for my child's father, and he had that baby mother there and a side chick allegedly there, I'm not backing down. I'm not going. Yeah, you're right. 1.2 million wasted. And apparently, have you heard about her album sales? Apparently, her album sales haven't done that great at all. Have you heard that as well? Apparently, she's flopped. Or she had, no, I shouldn't say flopped, or she hasn't done as well as previous, her last album, which I'm sure Nicki Minaj will be happy about. Another thing I wanted to talk about actually is Nicki. Obviously, you know, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B don't get along at all. They've got this really big feud with one another. The party should have. You see, if they had cancelled the party, she doesn't get a refund, you know. She doesn't get a refund, absolutely not. They wouldn't give her a refund, not at such short notice. You know, I don't think she knew that Stefan was going to do that to her. I really don't think she knew he was going to do that to her. So, also, yeah, Nicki Minaj. What do you think of the whole Nicki Minaj calling out Jay-Z, Beyonce, all this sort of sacrifice stuff, all the rants she's been having? What do you think about that? Does anyone have any thoughts about that? For me, one of the things that was quite sad was that she alleged that Jay-Z was quite old when he was seeing Aaliyah at the time. He was much older than Foxy Brown when he was seeing Foxy Brown. And who was the last? There was Aaliyah, Foxy Brown. Who was the last young woman? Beyonce, of course. Beyonce apparently got with Jay-Z very young. What's the age gap between Beyonce and Jay-Z? Check this out, actually. Beyonce and Jay-Z age gap. Do you think that one of the reasons Nicki is doing all of this is because that was one of the requirements of her getting this citizenship from Trump? Because as you know, if you can buy citizenship for $1 million in America, and or you can have a fast track, I should say a fast track sort of application if you spend $1 million. Apparently she didn't need to spend $1 million, but do you think that was one of the requirements of her getting this citizenship? Because apparently she wasn't legal. For me, I just find it hard to believe that Trump, this is the type of black woman they want us they want to represent Christian values and being a Christian. Jay-Z owes her millions. But Nicki Minaj isn't signed to Live Nation, so how does he owe her millions? Okay, Beyonce is 44 years old and Jay-Z is 56. So there's a 12-year age gap. So when he was with Beyonce, she would have been 18 and he would have been in his early 30s. Although he didn't look like in his early 30s. When I was growing up, I didn't look at him and think, oh, he looks old. Do you see what I mean? I thought, but I wouldn't be happy if that was my child. And, you know, like Beyonce, anyway, Beyonce most probably kept it quiet. And, you know, there's always all these accusations that she's not actually 44 years old. So who knows? So Jay-Z owes Nicki Minaj. Okay. Nicki Minaj has publicly alleged in 2025 that Jay-Z owes her between $100 million and $200 million. In July 2025, Minaj claimed via social media that Jay-Z owes her this amount based on her equity in the streaming service Tidal, alleging she was underpaid following its 2021 sale to Jack Dorsey Square. Although the dispute is that although Minaj stated that 15 artists, including Rihanna and others, were gifted a 3% stake in 2015, she was only offered $1 million for her share, which she deems insufficient. Okay, she's referred this to as karmic debt, and she stated she plans to use the money to pay for fans' tuitions and student loans. Yeah, right. Okay, Jay-Z has not as of 2026, Jay-Z has has not publicly addressed these specific accusations. However, Minaj noted that despite the financial dispute, he is still her top 5. It's crazy for her. If somebody owes you that amount of money, are you still gonna say they're among your top 5? Does she mean top 5 rappers? Nah. Right. It is alleged that Nicki Minaj is not that well. What do you guys think of that? Do you think people are just saying that because she's a black woman, or do you think they're saying that because they're truly seeing signs of her not being well? Do you think this has got to do with her husband? What's her husband's name? Ugh, what's her husband? Anyway, that's her husband. He's not very pleasant himself, to be fair. I mean, she's calling Jay-Z all these things and saying he done this and he done that. But what about her husband? She has to have a sign outside her house. She has to have a sign outside her house. So, yeah. For me, I don't think Nicki Minaj is likable. I think she's miserable. I don't think she's happy with that guy. He's something Petty's name. Yeah. That I don't think she's happy with that guy. And if you think about it, like, she's looking after him as a man. He doesn't work. So yeah. I don't know why she carries herself like this. I forgot all about Tidal, but if Tidal didn't last that long, I don't know if she'd be owed that much, $200 million. And although Jay-Z sold Tidal, he wouldn't just be getting all of that money for whatever he sold it for, you know? So, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Nicki Minaj and all this sacrifice. It's like, if she knew about all of this, shouldn't she have reported this? If she knew, okay, someone says, I think the industry were against her. Why do you think that? Are you sure it's not a case that she's just not a likable person? I mean, for me, I feel millions are owed to her. But I just went to that. She was actually gifted. What did I just read? I'm sure I just read that she was gifted a percentage in the Tidal, and they gave her back 1 million. So it's not like she wasn't compensated. Do you know if Nicki has actually taken him to court? Has she taken him to court? Yeah, that's true. There are many celebrities who are not likable. But has she actually taken him to court? And if she hasn't taken Jay-Z to court, why is that? You know what I've realized? There's so much rumors and things, and unless you go looking for the truth, you may not actually get a clear picture, because I said earlier that people had said that the NFL had stopped following Jay-Z, but he turned up at Super Bowl. What do you mean by no age has not? It's not easy to take him to court. Why? Why isn't it easy to take him to court? Okay, we've got a few more people in the chat. Could you say where you're from? Don't be shy. And it would be lovely if you could get involved as well. I'm Nova and I'm from London, just in case, because I have actually been on for nearly 40 minutes and just coming online to speak to people about what's going on where they're from in the world. And currently we've spoken about Bad Bunny. So if you'd like to talk about Bad Bunny again, you're more than welcome to. We were also spoken about Cardi B and the fact that Stefan has been quite disrespectful to her. And now we are talking about Nicki Minaj. She's she's been going on about Sacrifice, Jay-Z and Beyonce and things like that. So I was wondering why she's coming for Jay-Z and Beyonce, and if she knows that children were being harmed and things like that. Why didn't she report it or say anything about it? I'm not a Nicki Minaj fan. So yeah. And now we're just talking about why wouldn't Nicki take Jay-Z to court, and some of the viewers are saying that it's not easy to take him to court. And that she's owed millions and that the industry were against her. But I'm just wondering why the industry is against her. Jay-Z is powerful. Yeah, I keep hearing this actually. If it to be fair, it's not actually yeah, you're right, it's Jay-Z in a way, but the actual power is Beyonce because Beyonce is the actual billionaire, not Jay-Z. I think their wealth combined makes them even more richer. But I think Jay-Z is influential. I mean, he's got is it yeah, the NFL. He can suggest who plays there. Live Nation is his. He's more powerful than Diddy. Yeah, I believe you're right, actually. I think you're right. But you know what? If you believe in karma and things like that, maybe this is his karma now. And oh, thanks for all the likes. Thank you. Yes, so if you could, if you're liking this video, please like it and subscribe. That would be really good. And check out some of my other videos. Jay-Z tries to come for artists. If they don't comply, he will block you. Why has she never won a Grammy? Nicki Minaj hasn't won a Grammy. I didn't know that. Oh, you know why I think that might be? Whitney Houston had died, and when Whitney Houston died, they asked Nikki, could she not do her performance? But Nikki decided that she was going to do her performance anyway. And when she did her performance, it was very dark, and I'll have to find the image. It was very dark, and they were furious with her because she went onto stage anyway, even though they asked her not to. And I can understand, you're a young performer, and you're at the Grammys. But Whitney Houston, who was an icon, had just died. So I think because she decided to do what she wanted to do, that may have been one of the reasons why she hasn't had a Grammy. Well, do you think if Nikki releases another album, it will be successful? That's what you have to think. Do you think if she releases another album, she will be successful? Because I don't think she'll be successful like that. And also, it's the content that she comes with. I know men who have won the rappers that have won Grammys, their lyrical content isn't great either, but I don't know, it's something different when it's a woman. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to cover the last two topics, and I'm going to be quite quick with this. So we had Meghan Markle here, and she was at a gala for it's called the 15% gala, and they actually she was at the 15% gala where they encourage stores like Sephora to give at least 15% of their shelf space to black owners of things. So that, she always represents black people, and she's always, stepping up. So I thought that was a really good thing for her to do. And the lady she's next to is Emma, and Emma actually runs Skims, and I believe Chloe's as well. Khloe Kardashian's clothing brand, which is called something American, True American, something like that. But yeah, I thought that was a great cause. And then I'm going to finish off with this young lady. Erin Jackson is the first black flag bearer for Team USA in Winter Olympics history. And I thought that's amazing, and I can't quite believe in 2026 that is hi, welcome. 2026 is the first time there's been a black flag bearer. That's incredible. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. My battery is running out, so that's why I didn't expect for this live to go on for as long as it has. But I'm so happy so many of you joined. I'm not quite into triple numbers yet. But it was lovely to have you all here. I'm gonna add some hip hop to this now. Oh, thank you. And I will try and get a better theme song or theme tune. But yes, you've been listening to Real Talk with Nova. Please like and subscribe.